Welcome! In this video, we'll introduce you to the powerful new features of Intella Assist in Intella version 3.0. Intella Assist Tasks. Throughout this video, we will be using the EMC2 dataset, created by JUR1ST. The dataset can be found at the link shown on screen. In this chapter, we'll take a look at Intella Assist Tasks, a powerful new feature introduced in version 3.0 that brings automation to your review workflow. Intella Assist Tasks is an AI-powered automation feature that executes user-defined natural language rules to flag, tag, or generate content for selected case items in the background, while keeping every action transparent and auditable. Before proceeding, make sure that you have the Can Use Intella Assist features permission enabled, and that the large language model integration is configured correctly. Before you run an Intella Assist task, pare down the dataset you'll be analyzing. This is because every extra item adds processing time, especially when you're using local models, so you should aim for the smallest collection that still meets your goal. In this demonstration, we begin with 338 documents. First, we filter for communication items, reducing the count to 216. Next, we deduplicate those results, leaving 147 unique items as a final set. Select this refined set, right-click, select Process, and then Intella Assist Analysis. The Intella Assist Task tab will then open, ready for the next step. The Intella Assist Tasks feature turns hours of manual review into minutes of clear, actionable insight. Let's see just how easy it is. This is where you can define an Intella Assist task using plain words. To get started quickly, open the predefined suggestions library. A few examples that appear are: detect ciphered speech, detect non-English communication, detect aggressive language, detect suspicious financial transactions, and more. For our demo, we will choose Detect Suspicious Financial Transaction and click Use. The form is now pre-populated with that task definition, which we can tailor to our needs. This first section defines the task's context. We'll leave it as is, but we'll add information about the suspect by selecting the relevant identities we've previously defined. This is in order to provide as much information as possible to the large language model. Let's now switch to the next section called Flag Item When. This is where you can define a condition of when an item should be flagged. Enter the condition in plain language. In this particular case, we will enter flag item if it could be considered as a solid proof of money laundering or evading regulations. Let's now move to the Tag Item When section. This is where you can define tags and conditions in plain language, specifying when some particular item should be tagged. We'll leave this as is. In Generate Content, you can specify what content you want the large language model to generate for you. In our case, we want to extract all financial-related statements. This makes it easier for us to identify the relevant parts of the document. The summary shows a plain language recap of everything we've configured in the previous steps. It presents a cleanly formatted overview of the task definition we've come up with. Let's move to the Test Run section. This is where you can perform a test run of the task that was defined on the actual item and see how it works in practice. You might experience a situation where a task doesn't exactly produce the results you're expecting. In such situations, we recommend that you further modify the task definition so that the result produced in the test run meets your expectations. Once you're happy with the definition, save the task and click the Run Task button at the bottom left corner. A new background task will be created, and that's it. A fully customized detection workflow, ready to surface critical evidence in moments. To check the live status of the Intella Assist task, open Preferences, and then select the Background Tasks tab. Our task is still running, yet Intella Assist is already producing annotations on the fly, just like working alongside a teammate who tags and flags items. In the Tags facet, expand Intella Assist. Then open Detect Suspicious Financial Transactions. Every entry here was tagged automatically just seconds after we launched the task, giving us an early look at potential hotspots before processing is even finished. Even at this early stage, you'll notice some promising hits. Open the first tagged item in the previewer. Click the Intella Assist logo in the upper right corner to reveal the side panel if it isn't already displayed. Switch to the Tasks tab. Here you'll find a clear explanation of why the item was tagged or flagged, along with any content the task generated for you. In this particular case, the item was tagged with the tag named Suspicious Transactions, with a severe level due to the following reasons. The message explicitly suggests actions to evade regulations and involves the transfer of money to an offshore account while also advising to delete incriminating evidence, aligning with the tagging condition for severe transactions. This concludes the section on Intella Assist Tasks. For any questions, please consult the Intella documentation and contact our support team regarding any technical issues. Thank you for watching.